What it do?
I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a very special guest in the house. You know what I'm saying? Walterboro, South Carolina.
Oh, you said it right.
You know what I'm saying? Walterboro, South Carolina's in the building. LA Leaker, 3-peat, freestyle champion.
Come on.
New project on the way.
Yes,
I got
sir.
introduced to for the Cool and You. And was a fan from that point on. You've been doing a series of, well, we'll talk about that after the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for one of the dopest lyricists and rappers in the game right now. If you didn't know, you're about to find the fuck out.
Let's
Thank
go.
you,
We
brother.
got Nick Grant in the building.
Appreciate you guys for having me, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. It's a pleasure.
You should go by Babyface Killer because you really got the childlike face, but the bars are mean with it, nigga.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. I'm all
Man, this shit is crazy. You started
I'm
doing
trying
this
to keep up.
this series, like this like going back home series.
Yeah, like a comedy series based on just Sunday dinner growing up in South Carolina with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got like older family. Like my grandma was born like 1919, so my mom's the youngest of 15. So it's like,
Oh, shit.
That
I got
was
like a-
fucking back in the day. Youngest is 15 is a wild ass
sure.
statement that you just don't hear regularly nowadays.
Right.
Nobody in our
For
generation
sure.
having 15 kids.
Yeah.
I guess without internet and TV, you just left with fucking.
Well, she's the youngest of 15 now. She had a younger sister, but yeah, she passed away. But she's like the youngest of 15.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
but yeah,
Damn.
big family. I went to school with like 40 first cousins, and it was just wild. dog.
40 at the same school?
At the same elementary. Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
niggas didn't want no
As we
smoke
got-
with
as-
the Grants.
Nah, this was my mom's side. I'm named after my dad's side. It's
Okay.
like, my dad is like the oldest of 10. It's
Hey,
wild.
You had cousins.
Yeah, I had cousins. Like I had like older. My first cousins is like 60.
So you got more than like 20 aunts and uncles too.
For sure. For
Oh,
sure.
wow.
Absolutely. I'm from like a big family, so I just kind of wanted to like, you know, I always had this thing of like, you know, yo, you gotta tell your story. Your story is dope. I would hear that from like just label people and people that were like close to me, and it's like, yo, I don't want to be vulnerable yet. And I was like, yo, I want to feel like, you know. And it's a lot of stuff that happened, and I want to like position it in a certain way when I give it to the people. So it's like with this, it was like comedy is like the best thing for
Oh,
me.
man.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Comedy makes everything more palatable. Palatable? Is that-
Palatable, yep.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the jokes that we do about slavery and all of that shit, it's like, nigga, we
sure.
smile to get through the pain and shit like that. But I think it's dope because I have been wanting to go back home and spend some time with a couple aunts and my mom that I have left right now
Yeah.
and get those stories because there's so much shit that'll be lost when we lose the elders in our family.
Yeah.
Like traditions, recipes, stories of how this person, that person met, and
That's crazy.
you know, getting over the like. But if you get it recorded and get it on video or just get the audio, then it can live on forever. But
Right.
I
a
never
lot
thought
of
about
times
that.
we get
That's a
caught
good
up in the
one.
now or the future or the shit we got going on. We forget to do stuff like that.
sure.
Capture, especially like when you move away from the crib. Like I'm from St. Louis, so
Yeah.
I don't get back unless typically when I'm doing a show. I
Right.
go back for a show or a funeral. But I'm never just back in the city just chilling like that.
Wow. Same. I only go back for the funerals. It's crazy. I remember when I had a cousin who jumped up and cursed in the funeral. Why the fuck we always only come back for funerals? We gotta learn to stick together. It was like it was wild. It was funny
Damn.
shit, but
Damn.
it was crazy. But it was dope though. It was dope.
So what's the comedy show about?
Just going back, you know, kind of like me moving to LA. You know, I didn't have this story, but I thought it would have been an interesting take on like my journey as far as like being a rapper. But going back home and everybody like, oh shit, he's Hollywood now. Even though it's not like that, I kind of wanted to flip it on his head to kind of make it, you know, that much more interesting. So
I am Hollywood. I absolutely Hollywood. I don't stay with family when I go home. The hotels I stay with are out in the county.
Yeah.
It would be like if St. Louis is LA, I stay out here for my hotels.
Damn.
I'm like 30, 40 minutes away. When we went to St. Louis and we got that house, that's the closest I've stayed in the city in years.
And how close was that?
We were still in the city technically. We were just right at the edge or the beginning of U City.
And that was East St. Louis that we were at.
No. We were in
West
St. Louis.
Which St. Louis? Is that
Yeah,
what
so
you
St. Louis has counties, different municipalities, the same way LA does, like county guidelines, boundaries, county boundaries and shit like that. But it was St. Louis City for the most part.
Okay.
We were close to like the Forest Park area, which is like one of the biggest undisturbed national parks in the United States. Yeah, it's pretty big. But yeah, we was in the city. It's just that I don't be in the city like that.
Right.
Because the trouble, you ain't got to go be looking for trouble. Trouble will find you.
Mm-hmm.
So
I saw that. I did see that.
Oh, you went with him?
Yeah, I was there.
fire.
Yeah,
We
we
did the
went for a
podcast.
show.
That was our first live podcast.
Oh,
and we did it
fire.
in St. Louis because we were trying to do an after party for Smino because Smino had a concert at the same time. I was trying to like go back, do an after party with Smino and maybe get some content. But we couldn't just link it up together. So we was like, fuck it, let's just take the show. And it was a good time. But it's the city.
St. Louis will be St. Louis in.
We was in the Rice House getting some food, and these guys walked in and they was like, "Oh, these niggas look sweet."
Yeah.
They walked back out. They came back in with 4 other guys. We was like,
Yeah.
Time to go.
"Let's go across the street till our food is ready."
Right.
We must have been looking, and we weren't even dressed to.
Weren't even dressed sweet.
Yeah, niggas is just like these niggas look like credit cards. Debit cards. All right, Nick. So I'm sure Hippie told you we do a freestyle every beginning of the show. Different song, different freestyle. Only thing we try to do is rhyme scary at some point. Like damn internet, you scary with Mary, Harry, Larry, Derry, Incinerary. It don't matter. You a wordsmith.
Oh,
Fairy.
wow. Yeah, we figured it out.
we
On the
figured it
spot,
out.
I'm a little,
Hey,
Hey man.
we're not good either.
We're not good. This is the 5 fingers of
for sure.
disappointment. Not 5 fingers of death, nigga. We are out here every time fucking it up. But the worse the better. And every time, somehow we surprise each other. So we just gonna kick it off with a beat. We got anybody in the chat? Y'all got an idea for a beat or a genre of music we want to go with? We've done everything from trap opera to
Super Mario.
Super Mario
Oh, this
Brothers
is
trap.
everybody like collectively doing this.
Nah, so these are our
it's just
Patreons.
them.
They get to watch it live.
It's just them.
The episode comes out on Thursday, and that is when the public can get to see it. But our Patreons, they pay to see behind the scenes and all the uncut versions of everything.
For sure.
Ain't nobody throwing nothing in. I'm gonna have to just what we got? 5 fingers of disappointment.
Like a terrible handy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild. They said Jamaican.
Yeah,
Jamaican?
get them on the show.
Shit, I feel like we just did that one.
Jamaican.
Because the first beat that popped in my head was a doom 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 doom.
Yeah, that's
Doom,
classic.
doom, doom, doom. You might have to just go with that.
Hey.
Nobody else. Techno spoken word.
Spoken
All right,
word.
now hold on,
What is
Charlie.
that?
What the fuck is that?
He's on multiple drugs right now. That sounds like what be playing at fashion shows, though. Techno spoken words be like do, 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 sex. Do, do.
Doo-wop.
What's doo-wop?
Jamaica. Doo-wop is. I had something in my head and then it's like shooby-doo-wop,
Like Frankie
doo-doo-doo-doo.
Lime and it,
Yeah, they're like
For
the soda pop or the fountain pop music.
Oh, with the red
Yeah.
stripes. Oh, that's
Yeah.
Barbershop Quartet. Never mind.
Yeah. Fuck it. We'll just do I'll do the Jamaican beat.
Back to the Jamaican.
Fuck it. You know what I mean? All right, so Pat's gonna kick it off, and he's gonna rap a little bit, and he'll pass it to you. You'll get the gist. Again, we're not good. We just want to set the
He
expectation.
can sway in the morning without the pressure.
We ain't dropping no bombs. We don't have a sound box. We ain't got nothing. We're just having a good
don't
time.
expect this to be like the written shit either.
Yeah,
so, you
yeah,
know,
okay, good. Yeah, because ain't none of this written. I
Hell
can tell you
no.
that. Do-do, do-do-do-do.
Hey,
Hey, okay. We got some dreadheads in here, man. We got Nick and Tahir in the building. We gonna kick it off in island style. Elephant Man shit. Let's go, let's go. Oh, had a bad bitch and I bust a cherry. Then I turned on them internet juice scary. She had big old jugs filled with dairy. And long hair and some wings like a fairy. Oh shit. I guess I gotta start rapping like this. Pop, 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 pop. Rumble the clock, rumble the clock, rumble the clock. I'm gonna bounce it to my left. Hey, Nick in this bitch. Hey, we gonna do some air horns. And then we gonna share porn. I'm just kidding, we ain't gonna do that. What you got, Nick? Let's go. Bop, 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 bop.
he said he popped a cherry.
Pop the cherry.
Damn internet, you scary.
Yeah.
I met a Virgin Mary.
Ooh, okay. Biblical.
The pussy was hairy.
Ooh, hell yeah. 70s shit. Playboy. Hey, side note though.
These niggas is crazy.
I just had this conversation with one of my
Yo, do I
friends.
gotta do the accent?
No, that was great. That was fine. That was great. I just had a conversation with my friend that was like, the whole idea of finding like your dad or your grandpa's porn is pretty much dead now.
Yeah.
Because of the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
Because everybody had like a stack of nudie mags or somebody that an older person had that they could find, and it was just filled with the magazines that had the hairy situations going on that was popping at the time. But now it's like you gotta either find your dad's search history or I don't know how one would discover
You
porn.
just do it
now.
on your own. You wouldn't.
What?
You, wouldn't go to you and your dad might not have the same taste.
Right. I mean, it's so easy now. Like, it seems like kids probably find out about porn way earlier than we did.
Right.
But you won't find no physical stuff, no.
Bro.
Now.
I was thinking about this not too long ago. I was like, I used to find my uncle's nudie magazines and shit. And I just assumed, because a lot of my uncles worked at the junkyard, stripping cars of aluminum and breaking down shit and getting the copper out of it. And I just figured that they found these shits like in the back of cars and shit like that. Because I be trying to go through and I'm like, man, these fucking pages stuck together. It must have got wet.
Oh, no.
I didn't think about this until months ago. Like months ago, like,
That's so recently.
that was nut.
That was nuts.
That was nut on those pages.
Which is
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Why would you do that? Why would you nut on your own magazine?
Man, listen. Savages.
But you got to read it later.
I saw some.
You want to use it later if you don't have the
That's
internet.
wild.
It was a movie called, a series called, is it Blackbird? I don't know. It's something on Apple TV. It's about a guy who was a gun runner and drug dealer. He gets caught, and the cops take him to another prison to try to get information from another prisoner about where he hid these bodies of these girls he killed. And while he was in the prison, that was one of his little hustles. He was giving out like magazines.
Like
people
selling them?
like, no, well, they rent them for a
yeah.
little bit when they bring it back. And then one of the episodes, that's what made me think about it. One of the episodes, the dude brought the magazine back, and he opened it, our pages were stuck together. He was like, what the fuck? He was like, oh, no.
All of them?
Yeah, I was like,
Cover to cover?
oh, shit.
crazy.
It instantly connected. That's why the dots
shit.
connected for me a couple months ago when I watched it. I was like,
Ew.
Fuck.
Ew, Uncle Raymond.
Uncle William, Uncle Tom, Uncle David.
That used to be a part of people's day. They would just stop at the newsstand.
sure.
Hey, let me get a Hustler. Let me get a Skittles. And that was
I
just...
remember them being in the newsstands, like, because they would always be in plastic and they'd be covering up the lady's tits. So all you can see is her face. It's like, oh, this bitch face look like she got some good tits.
They did cover them up in bags.
Because that shit would just be in the gas station.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember that. King Magazine, all that.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Hell yeah.
Maya was the queen of King Magazine. I remember when that cover dropped.
It's crazy when you say that. That's the first person I think about.
When you right,
When you think
it's,
about King.
it's my damn. There was another. What were they? Vixens back in the day. I don't think they call them Vixens now. They just be like.
I think Melissa.
There was another
Ford
one,
she had
Booty Meat.
She had
crazy
a-
cover, yeah.
Who was in green? One of them was in dark green and just took the game over. I'm gonna just look up classic King Magazine covers.
King one. One called Booty Meat or something like that.
Booty meat?
I feel like it was
Meat's
a Booty
crazy.
Meat something.
That's pretty funny though.
I mean, spot on, if nothing else.
Right?
Nick, were you always a rapper? Is something you fell into? You just good with the words, or one day you just tried it and just like, yeah, this
Like,
nigga.
Yeah, right. I mean, I always loved hip hop since like I was a kid. Like, I got an older brother, family members everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So they playing like, he's playing like Notorious B.I.G., Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? And one of my first like encounters was like stealing Doggy Style and taking that shit to like school.
Yeah.
And it causing like a commotion because the graphic.
Yeah,
was crazy,
yeah.
getting in
The
trouble
fold
and that
outs,
shit.
man.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Woo!
So I got in trouble about that album. My mom was like on my ass about it. And I was like, she was like, you know, he be freestyling and stuff. My brother was like, he'll always be in the room just doing little shit. But I ain't really try my hand at it till I was like 12.
Okay.
Like, really, I used to write everybody else's rhymes, put my name in them.
Yeah.
When I turned like 12, started battling at school, different stuff. And
Damn.
I had this teacher. He
At
would
12?
like at 12.
That's
Shit
aggressive.
was real.
It's an aggressive 12-year-old.
Walterboro, South Carolina, niggas either
sure.
rapping or scrapping, nigga.
for sure. He's so bored. Nigga ain't nothing to do. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you ain't got nothing. That's why a lot of talented people come from the South. They got a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to perfect their craft.
Damn.
But yeah, like I had this school teacher. He would like throw words on the board, and named Jay Fitz, and I would put like words and sentences. He's like, yo, these are like college level sentences, and you know, it started like that. And I was like, yo, maybe I can like try my hand at this.
So freestyling was first.
Yeah, freestyling was first.
Oh, then you started
Freestyling
writing.
was first, and I started writing. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have a preference?
Writing.
Writing?
Yeah. You
What about, like, you get to
heard
really
my
flex.
freestyle.
You get
It's
to
hard
really
to do
flex
both.
with the,
You got more time to like, you know, figure this shit out. But yeah, definitely like just being influenced by the Nas's, the Andre 3000s of the world, you know, the Jay-Z's, of course. Just all those different people and just taking what I want from these guys and kind of applying that who I authentically already am. So,
Are you a 90s baby?
No, I was born in '88.
Okay, so you're tail end of the 80s.
Yeah, but I grew up in the '90s. So
Right.
yeah, 90s baby.
I was gonna tell you, give me a rapper that you fuck with that might be a little obscure to mainstream. Like I grew up Midwest, so we got everything. So I was listening to A-Ball and MJG. I was listening to all the rappers from Swab House. I was Tila, Crime Boss, MC8. Then I also was big on Spice One from the Bay, E40, all of that shit. We got Cleveland from Bone, all that shit, Do or Die, and Twisted from Chicago.
Yeah.
So I got everything.
I knew some of those.
And I knew some of them.
I knew a solid 6 of those.
But is there a rapper or a group that might be from your area, or that, like I said, just a little more
From the
obscure?
South?
If you had the chance to like thank them for their work and the shit that they maybe influenced you to do, who would that be?
Outside of like the obvious people, I think Pimp C was like somebody that I like grew up
Really?
with. Just his whole
Interesting.
style.
Yeah, you don't really hear that a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just he
tight.
would always have the phone. He had his own thing, shirt unbuttoned.
Yeah.
He was just a player, and I just thought like, you know, he just looked like somebody from my neighborhood as well. So it was like, oh yeah, I know a bunch of people like him. So kind of resonated with me just watching him. So and
Pimp
he
C.
giving game every record.
Every
He
record.
take that monkey
Ne-
shit off you,
Embarrassing us.
Like just, you know. Not afraid of nothing. Not
Right.
afraid to say whatever's on his mind. So I love him for that.
I heard he made a lot of the beats too. I didn't know that, but somebody recently
Pimp C?
told me
Made the
he-
beats, niggas sung the hooks.
Yeah, he was
Pimp
doing
is
a
a
lot
legend.
of it.
He was
For
producing?
sure. Absolutely.
I had no
hard.
idea he was doing all of that.
I can
Shout
see
out
that
to Pimp
though.
C.
He did have like producer swag too.
Yeah, that nigga didn't like the Big Pimpin' album at first. He didn't like the beat.
He didn't.
Yeah.
Was he in any scenes with Jay-Z? Didn't he say he didn't like Jay-Z at the time?
I think so. I think
Something
he
like
shot
that.
his scene in like Miami.
Separately, which is interesting. It's a great song. So I'm glad he
had
did
the,
it.
Had the mink on in July. Outside in
Bro,
front of the
I've
crib.
tried to wear a fur coat. There's just no weather besides freezing that you could get away with it. I'm sweating all the time.
Bro,
It's
I
so
want
not
to
fun.
take the time and do a deep dive into 90s videos and just
Yo.
look how ridiculous and unhinged behavior was. Somebody just sent me something yesterday about Mystico. Like, been so long. This man was in the desert with a turtleneck, a jacket, and a hat on.
Oh shit! I remember
Nigga,
that
you're in
video.
the desert.
In the
Why
desert,
do you
yeah.
have a turtleneck on?
He had a do-rag on too, didn't
He had a do-rag on. A white dude.
It wasn't called "Been So Long," was it?
he? Danger.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Danger.
And then LL Cool J was like licking the chocolate off of the girl's leg. It's like, nigga, what,
yeah.
Nigga.
what are you doing, LL?
Oh yeah. Bro,
Hey, it
this
was a
outfit
lot of
was
wild
crazy.
shit going on in the 90s, bro.
This outfit was crazy. The
Yeah.
do-rag,
Look at the pattern on the do-rag though. That's
that
that's
shit
wild.
crazy.
Joe was walking down the street with his homeboys. A chick and her boyfriend are getting into it in the alley. The boyfriend storms off. Joe and his boys, he walks over and is like, yo, I saw your man get into it. You don't need him anyway. First of all, you're in the alley.
That was my first
You
thing.
never say hello. There are
You
no.
can't. Yeah, he had people with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no
that's-
salutations being established in the goddamn alley.
She was
sir.
terrified.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
That
why
whole
she gave up
approach.
the number.
It's a lot of things happening in the alley.
This
That
nigga's
first
all
dude
dog.
probably wasn't her man. It was probably just some nigga.
Another
that was-
nigga in the alley.
The last nigga who tried what he did.
Right.
Donnell Jones on Where I Want to Be. This nigga was standing outside the restaurant while the chick is on a date.
Oh yeah, that
You
video
know how
was not
creepy
okay.
that is, nigga?
That video was not okay. I can't believe he agreed to that.
I gotta watch it again.
Because there's
I missed that.
no period in time where that wasn't creepy.
That nigga's outside with the hat on and the jacket,
Yeah.
just looking through the windows. Just,
That's super weird. Was it raining?
I don't
That's
think it was
crazy.
raining, but it was nighttime. She was on a date and shit.
Sure.
And this nigga's like, yeah, this ain't where I want to be right now. And then followed her to the date.
That-
It's like, nigga, what are you doing?
I feel like that music video inspired most of the black McDonald's commercials. You know them you know them like that run of McDonald's commercials where it was like niggas was like in suits going to the club and then they would like pull out McNuggets or like burgers and stuff.
Which was ridiculous.
That was all from that Darnell Jones video.
Sure.
That shit was ridiculous. Yeah, I got to go back. Just unhinged behavior of the 90s
Yeah, for sure.
in music videos. I want to get that going.
Let's get into some stories,
Yeah,
shall we?
shit. Let's go.
The scary internet. We've been doing something where we categorize genres and we let the guests pick what type of story we talk about, first.
Okay.
So there's interesting, which I would also say weird and interesting, murder and death, and food. Interesting, murder, and food. What you thinking?
Sunday dinner. That's the name of the album. So food.
Food.
All right. There
Nice.
it is. Kick it out.
I like that. All right, so one of the food ones happens to be murder also.
wow.
So it's.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of the One Chip Challenge?
Absolutely.
I know you've
for
seen
sure.
this. The One Chip Challenge. It's by a company called Paqui, Paqui. I've done it. I don't know if you guys have actually.
Fuck nah. My diverticulitis would kill me.
It's a really spicy chip. And a lot of times you'd be hearing like, oh, this is a spicy challenge. Here's spicy ramen, double XL hot, and it don't be that spicy.
Yeah.
This is like actually that spicy. And luckily I did it a couple years ago. Since then the chips turned blue.
Wow.
I've done it when it was
We
black.
did it all deaf, didn't we? I think we filmed somebody doing it, the spicy chip
The
challenge.
chip? I
A
don't know if
fucked
we
up
ever did the
move
chip.
would be to like make a whole bowl of nachos with just these chips and don't tell the person.
Yeah,
You would
crazy.
you would smell it though. It's so putrid and like
Yeah.
it gets on your hands. I feel like you would smell it, but it's really that bad. Like I really went through it when I tried this. I always wondered if this would happen, but it did. So
Yeah.
it has finally been pulled off the shelves because it killed somebody.
Damn.
The One Chip Challenge claimed the life of a teenager. This is the One Chip Challenge. Paqui is the tortilla chip company responsible for the One Chip Challenge. It's pulling the product from retail shelves. The company spoke out and made the move following the death of a teenager whose family said he had died after consuming the chip. 14-year-old Harris Walaba participated in the One Chip Challenge on Friday. His mother said she was notified by the school nurse at Doherty Memorial High School that her son had fainted after eating the chip. He was picked up from school, and by 4:30 p.m., family members reportedly found the teen passed out, which is way after school lets out, by the way.
Right.
It says basically what they said was the Paqui One Chip Challenge is intended for adults only, with clear and prominent labeling highlighting the chip is not for children. It says we have seen an increase in teens and other individuals not heeding these warnings. As a result, the company added it was working with retailers to remove the product from shelves. I didn't even know it was sold physically. I thought you had to order it online. But I don't know if the age is what made him die. I think it's the fact that it's a poisonous, hot-ass chip. That's a crazy response from the company. It's just like, well, it wasn't for kids.
Yeah.
That's a liability answer.
Yeah, that's
We're not.
that's
If he was an
crazy.
adult, we would not be as liable
Right.
because you did it and you're an adult and can.
As opposed to like our chips shouldn't probably be killing anybody. Like
Right.
I can't think of really anything that like is intended specifically for
Wow.
adults, because if a kid took it, they would die.
Yeah.
You know, like obviously alcohol and weed
Yeah.
is for adults, but if kids take them, which they have, it's terrible. But it's like they don't die.
Yeah.
Right.
It's nothing funnier than like a 12-year-old crackhead, though. I've seen those.
You have?
Yeah, and they're fast.
Holy
Those
shit.
niggas is fast.
I could only imagine.
They go fast.
Yeah.
This is this story is crazy to
That's
me because
crazy.
it's right after that challenge that killed other people. It was either people jumping off of cruise ships or jumping off of a boat of some. I forget what challenge. If anybody knows in the chat, let me know. But that killed like 4 people. So I'm wondering, like,
Did you have
are
to
we?
jump off a boat and hope they save you, or
People are like jumping off of cruise ships and dying.
yeah?
I don't know if that was the challenge though, because I feel like the challenge that I'm thinking of is like jumping off of like yachts. Some people are drowning because of some random challenge, and I feel like the internet has always been responsible for dumb stuff like eating Tide Pods and stuff like that. But are we entering the age where like challenges are actually like people are literally dying for clout now?
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
crazy.
That's been a thing. It's
100%.
kind of been a thing.
It
It's
definitely is. If
death,
it's not
though?
the chip, it was the behavior. Like we talked about that influencer that was in the UK that was just walking in people's houses.
Right.
Just walking it, man.
Pranks are getting to that.
Do that
level.
in St. Louis.
No, hell no.
Do that goofy shit in St. Louis.
Probably
Walk
could.
in a.
It wouldn't be a door.
Oh my! All right, well, first of all, fuck you, man.
Probably happens all the time.
You wouldn't make it out that bitch without getting your
Hell
ass beat.
nah, hell
That
nah.
shit right there, the knockout challenge. Remember
Yeah.
they was doing that shit, just running around knocking people out.
Mm-hmm.
The lacking challenge is pulling your gun out on people. Why you lacking?
that's
Like
crazy.
it's been these challenges for clout or just fronting a stunt for years, bro. It's just
It's crazy.
the clout is crazy. The addiction to that number of
People
likes
following
and
you and
followers and views, it's intoxicating for some people.
Well, that's what social media is addicting for a reason, and that's part of that whole feeding into that addiction.
Absolutely.
It's dangerous because people are basically sitting at home ticking time bombs of trying to go viral. You know, like if your whole thing is doing wild stuff to try to go viral, the worst part is that when you finally do go viral, that same person is just sitting back down like, all right, what next? Now my
Right,
audience
right.
wants to see something crazier. Now they want to see something wilder.
Or you've gotten hurt from said thing you did, and now you've either affected somebody else's life, your life, someone's going to jail, or something like that's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's really insane, and it's scary to think that people are just like sitting at home, and it's like we were talking about how shit is different when we were kids. It's like when we were young, the man was like the people to be were like actors, rappers.
Right.
So people were at least at home learning a skill. Now it's just like being dumb online
It's the idle
could
time,
get you.
for sure.
So now people are just like, what can I do? I'm gonna just try to knock people out, or I'm gonna just jump off this cruise ship because we really need the attention.
It's
Jesus
crazy.
Christ,
It's
man.
crazy. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and it was just like, yo, people would die just because they know the funeral will be about them, and just to see who would come. And
Right.
I was like, yo, that's correct, because they know they would get the attention
Nah, for
at
real.
the funeral. That shit is wild.
That is true.
shit
I
is
have
crazy.
seen a bunch of like memes and jokes about like what my funeral should be like or things that are happening at my funeral. So I think if people weren't sure that they didn't get to watch it,
Nigga,
you'd
if I
probably
can
be
come
right.
back, if I can come back after I get this love, you know what I mean?
Right.
There's not enough of you niggas crying in the back.
Yeah.
I need more crying.
That would be crazy to be at your own funeral, like watching
Yeah.
everybody, like, hey, come on, where's the tears?
Right.
I had good times with you. Where's the
Crazy.
tears?
I would want like one group of like Sicilian gangsters to come in there all together, like 6 of them. Don't speak to anyone. Interrupt the service. While the eulogy being given, interrupt the service, walk up to the casket, and then kiss me on both sides of the cheek and then walk out.
That would be hard.
That'd
though.
be some
Yeah.
gangster shit.
That'd be
Everybody like,
tight. That
what
would
the
be dope.
fuck was that?
Everybody, because like I'm assuming there's nobody else in your family that's Sicilian.
Nah. And you're like, I want them to walk in, but like the guns are hidden, but you can clearly see he got an AR under the
Right.
jacket. So
He's
nobody's
like-
gonna say, "Hey, get away from the cat!" Hey, man, wait, what you doing?
Yeah. What was he into?
Yeah, that'd be some gangster
That's
shit to
hard.
just walk out. Drop 20,000 in my wife's lap. I'm like, yeah.
It's like, hey,
a
he
good
was
guy.
into some wild shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I would want the same in mine, but like tribesmen. like random tribesmen from like some place that don't speak English, and they come through and they're just like,
See, here's the thing, Pat. With you, people would expect that, though. They would expect
That
that.
explains so much.
Bro, we would be at All Def, and Pat's weekends were like the topic of conversation when we came back on Monday. Everybody would be at the coffee station like, yo, did y'all see Pat's Instagram? This motherfucker one time went out in the desert and was just doing real life Fruit Ninja.
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember that.
Like,
Wow,
with the
that's
sword and just throwing watermelons and cantaloupes, but like real life, like, it's like, yo, what the fuck?
That was
Yo.
fun. It was a waste, though. I could say, in
was a
retrospect,
waste.
we wasted a lot of food that day. Caught some flack for it. Won't do it again. But it was fun. I have the memory.
Oh, caught some slack for it. Won't do it again. People, the comments come in like, oh, this is so crazy. Oh, Pat is crazy. This is dope. Oh, I can't believe Pat did this. Is like, why is he wasting so much fucking fruit? People are starving, and he's just out there just fucking wasting fruit.
I didn't know the starving people, though. If I would have known them, I would have given it right to him. No questions asked. Can't just be like, people are starving. That's crazy.
People love. That's always one antagonist, even no matter how much
What
good
does
you
that
try to
even
do.
mean?
Mr. Beast is one of the biggest philanthropists. This motherfucker's always giving away
Giving
money,
money
or
away.
like helping somebody out. He bought a whole neighborhood for his employees and gave them the houses.
That's
and
crazy.
people still be like, "Oh, he's only putting this video up so he can monetize off of it." Yes,
Yeah,
so
or
he
else
can
would
continue.
lose all that money.
Yeah, continue to feed the philanthropy.
And
Like,
it's a tax
I do
write-off.
not understand that, but
Why do people think like you also benefiting from something makes the deed not good?
Right.
Like some people do, like they'll donate like $1 million to like a nonprofit, and yeah, it's a write-off. That's why it's a good idea. You get to help people and write it off. Like
Right.
people are like, nah, you couldn't have gotten anything out of it for it to be a good deed. It's
those
like, I
same
don't
people be
know.
the ones that go to church. You know, the pastor get paid from the church, right? You know, those good deeds of people tithing is also paying that pastor's rent.
Oh my God, that's such a great segue into this. Let's talk about tithes. Let's talk about tithes. Y'all been to Memphis, right?
For sure.
So this happened in Memphis, and it almost like opens up a crazy conversation for church tithes, right? You guys pay tithes?
Pay him or
Yeah.
play?
Yeah.
Pay 'em.
Yeah, pay him. Yeah, for
You pay
sure.
tithes?
I haven't paid in a while.
I don't be going to church like that, but when I do, I feel like I be putting stuff in the collection
that's an
plate.
offering.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Offering is different. Offering is what you give from like
what?
Like if you don't
That's
go to
the
the church.
10% of your
Yeah.
discretionary income.
Well,
or
that's the
something?
tithing. So
That's
the tithing
tithing,
is
okay.
10% of your income. Like every time you get paid, you're supposed to tithe 10% of your income.
Really? That's
Yeah.
not the plate that passes around?
Well, I
That's
take
what-
it back.
yeah.
I don't pay tithes. I give the offer.
I
So
didn't know that was
tithes
different.
is like what you're supposed to give as an active member of the church, almost like your dues, right?
And then you
And
send that in?
offering is if you want to go above and beyond, or for people who don't attend the church, that's not their home church, but they want to give into it and sow a seed or bless somebody or bless the music ministry or whoever. That's what the offering
Wow.
is. So it's tithes and offering is what the plate goes around.
And you say the
collects.
TH in tithe?
Tithes.
It's tithes?
That's how I say it.
Yeah, tithes.
I've been
Tithes.
saying tides my whole life. I thought it was like a,
No D.
I don't know, I thought it was like a religious way to say it. I don't know. 'Cause I remember the first time I saw it spelled out, I was like, tithes. Anyways, I didn't know that. So wait, you send it in like with a check or?
No, so you can. I mean, some people write checks and they put it in the envelope and then they put that inside the plate or the bucket. When
So you do turn in tithes in
Yeah.
the offering.
Yeah,
plate.
you do it the same thing. It's tithes and
Oh.
offering. They would say it's time for tithes and offering, or it's time for giving.
If you don't pay, is there somebody at the church that like
No,
reminds
it's
you
not
or presses
mandatory that you
okay.
pay. It's just it's understood like your contribution from your tithes goes toward make sure the church is fully functional and operating, as well as the pastor and his family are taken care of. Because sometimes, a lot of times, pastors only pastor. They might not have another job, so that money gets split between the church staff, and the pastor and his family.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, this is actually makes that even crazier because a Memphis woman just called out her auntie's church because they provided her with a less than lackluster dinner service for her repast funeral service. So Auntie May, which was the person who passed, she was a loyal member of the church for 50 years and reportedly gave more than $200,000 in tithes. While she was just very, very adamant about putting money into the church. And then when they had the repast, this is crazy. I want to show you guys. Look at the
Oh wow.
You bullshitting me.
It's three
Gave her a
grapes.
Lunchable.
That's like a bad school lunch.
No, for real. Putting the divided to go things.
There's a fish plate.
Putting 3 grapes in that is crazy because there's so much room left over. But it looks like there's like some kind of weird rice. There's a piece of pound cake in a baggie, and then there's like individually wrapped crackers that are very obviously from a restaurant.
That's crazy.
That's unfortunate.
200,000. And it's almost the same conversation as we talked about it on this show when the dude from Burger King, he worked at Burger King for like 27 years, never missed a day, and they sent him like a gift package. It had candy,
Some markers or something?
some markers, keychains, and stuff like that. And then a GoFundMe had to be started because everybody was like, all right,
That's fucked up.
This is the loyalty that was given back after 27 years of service. These companies don't care about you. Can you say the same for some churches? Because this is kind of crazy. If a member provided that much money,
Right.
you could at least get some Chick-fil-A or something. Pizza would have been better than 3 grapes and some pound cake.
Pizza
and
would
some
have been better.
crackers.
This is what the church is going to say. She gave that money over a course of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they got that $200,000 in one lump sum.
Right.
And they were like, we are dealing with financial troubles of our own right now. And we weren't in a position financially to really handle this. We housed the funeral. We did the funeral for free. We did the service in here. And financially, we were strapped. It's probably what they're going to say.
If the funeral was at the church.
People have been on the church for tithes since like long time before there was like Protestant Reformation and all that. That was one of the big issues with them, was the church taking money and them the people not seeing a difference or something that they're getting out of it. Like the church would build lavish like chapels and like have huge stained glass windows and things that are covered in gold, but then the people are still poor and not getting anything from that. So that was why the Protestant Reformation happened, or one of the reasons. So for people to still be kind of complaining about that, I can see on their side of like, yeah, if you're giving to something, you'd expect something at least at the end of your life to culminate in like, this is how much this person's offered us. It's interesting that the church should reach out to, because I'm sure, don't churches have like an access to like what the Roman Catholic Church and gets in the Vatican and all that they can get?
I don't know if that applies when it comes to like Kojic and
yeah, I don't know how that works,
Baptist,
or if there's like a collective thing that they can reach on.
Yeah, we don't really be fucking with that. But
Well, here's what's crazy that actually makes this story even wilder. The church offered. They didn't ask. They didn't ask for this. The church went out of their way to give these bullshit ass funeral plates, and that kind of like
Yeah, that's crazy.
that kind of.
So they're like, no, we got the food
No,
covered.
we got it.
No.
They had one bunch of grapes for everybody there.
That was just one.
It was just
one bushel of grapes, and they just pulled from that whole thing for the whole.
And there's 2 red grapes and 1 green grape. So that means they split 2 types and tried to make it so that they had different color and stuff like that.
That's unfortunate.
That's a wild time right there.
Well, listen. Speaking of money, if you are into fantasy football, sports fantasy, or any daily fantasy sports, you need to be checking out Prize Picks. Now, I had to get information on this because I wasn't really versed in the world of fantasy sports. But what Prize Picks, what I like about them is, it's not like a lot of the other companies where you're in a pot with 1,000 other people and everybody's putting all of this money in, because in that pot, you got professionals that are there, you have sharks and everything. You don't have the best chance of winning. But when it comes to Prize Pick, instead of battling thousands of other players, you pick more than or less than on a 2 to 6 player stat projection, and then the winners are all yours. So you're basically just betting against their stats. For instance, if you say the Lakers are playing the Knicks, right? And the Lakers have to fly to New York, right? You know that Brian doesn't do well on road games, so his points might be down. His average for the rebounds might be down. All of that. So you're literally just betting against the numbers versus betting against thousands of other people who are thinking these exact same things, and you have a better chance of winning when you're betting against the stats versus 1,000 other players. So the great thing about it is you only have to put a minimum of 2 stats, a maximum of 6 when it comes to the projections, and the payouts are great. Prize Pick is the most fun that most people have had when it comes to daily fantasy sports. Football season is going right now for all of those that are crazy about football. I'm more of a basketball guy, but football season is crazy right now. I pick up in football when it gets a little closer to the Super Bowl because right now it's just too much. I don't understand how people be like so excited about college football. It's so many college teams. How do you keep up with all of these players' names, man? That's crazy to me. But hats off to the people that can do it. Prize Pick is really simple to play. You make your picks, and the entry, you can do all of it in less than 60 seconds. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and enormous selections of players and stat types are what make Prize Pick the daily #1 fantasy sports app. All right? So I encourage you guys. I signed up for it. I had to reach out to BT. He told me how to do it for the first couple times. I ain't win a whole lot of money. I ain't gonna hold you, but your boy did make 20, and I'm good with that. I'm the type of person like, as long as I get my money back, I make a little more. I'm solid with that. But go to prizepicks.com/DIYS. Use the code DIYS for a deposit match up to $100. You get a free matching of $100. Put 100 in and get an extra 100. Do it right now. Go to prizepicks.com/DIYS and use the code DIYS for your first deposit match up to $100.
Hell yes.
Prize Picked. Daily fantasy sports made easy. They want that tagline in. That's for you so you don't forget it. You a big sports person?
Basketball. I'm same. I feel you on the football.
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
Yeah, I'm normally tuned in playoff Super Bowl.
Yeah. It's their teams. I have a homegirl who is she's a flight attendant, but only for like sports teams. Mm-hmm. So she like flies with the teams that are going. And I think she's with a baseball team right now, but football teams are so fucking big, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They play. What do you think, Cam? About 50?
People on a team?
Yeah, football team.
Damn.
Not including
crazy.
just players, but yeah, or do you think there's just 50 players?
Talking about the
on-
organization?
Yeah, because you got the offense and the defense, and you like the bench players, the players that are on the bench.
That's a great question.
Yeah, the average
good
football
trivia.
team. Let me
How
find
big-
out.
You talking about NFL?
53 players.
53 players, bro. That's not including the coaches, the assistant coaches,
Right.
the defensive coach, all of that shit. All of these people, bro. That's
Hella
a lot of
people
fucking
eating.
people. Motherfuckers just be they be rattling off people's names like they grew up with them. I be like, hey, man, that's serial killer behavior. When people be like, I've been watching this kid since high school. You're a pervert. You need to calm down, bro. Calm down.
Funny. Super sports fans do try to make you feel bad for watching the winners and watching around Super Bowl time, but it's like,
Right.
but that's when it's interesting.
Right.
That's when
Exactly.
that's when the stakes are higher. It's like, oh, you weren't watching Floyd Mayweather box in the gym?
No, I was not.
sparring.
Right.
No, no, I watched when he was
sounds
rich and
boring as
famous,
hell.
and
Why
there
would
was
I watch him
a
getting
pot
ready
of
for
$30
it?
million. That's what I tuned in.
I wonder if Floyd does some of the stuff. I mean, he has a personal chef, but I've been on this whole weight loss kick, guys, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I've told y'all before, I had to get with this Factor, okay? Factor was fire. All right, it had so many options with it, and typically I've tried a couple of the mail food order type things that get sent to you. The thing I hate the most is the ones that are frozen, and that's one of the great things about Factor is it's never frozen. Okay, it is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. It comes cool. You put it in the refrigerator, pop 3 holes in it, put it in the microwave. Your food is ready to go. And when I tell you it's seasoned, y'all know me. I ain't gonna hold you on no foodie stuff. I be at buffets with my shirt off. I'm really in these streets. You understand me? Factor gonna give you that quality food. You understand me? Adjust your stride this autumn without missing a step. Choose from 34 weekly flavored, packed, fresh, never frozen meals ready to eat in 2 minutes. Now you got 34 options to pick for the week. All right? If I told you right now to name me 34 items of food or 34 meals, you couldn't do it. Pack, give me 10.
Carrots.
Right? No,
rice.
meals.
Full meals?
Yeah.
Flatbread.
Flatbread what? That's
Also,
not a meal.
Steamed
ingredients.
veggies. Steak and eggs. That was one.
That was horrible. But you see what I'm saying?
It's hard.
Most people can't even think of 10. You got 34 to pick from every week. Level up with Gourmet Plus options prepared to perfection by chefs and ready to eat in record time. Treat yourself to upscale meals with premium ingredients like broccolini, leeks, truffle butter, and asparagus. I don't really be doing a whole lot of asparagus, but you get to pick what you want. It is, but you got to do it right. You have to cook it to it's still crispy, but because once it goes limp, you be like,
I will eat some limp asparagus though, but you're right. You're right.
Yeah. It's such a thin line too. It's such a thin line with it, man. And if you need an extra boost to support your wellness goals and try to feel your best, tackle a busy autumn, try the protein meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. They have smoothies. They have protein mix. You got the upscale mix. You have too many options when it comes to Factor. And again, I'm telling you, it is delicious. With Factor, you can rest assured you're making a sustainable choice with offset 100% of the delivery emissions, sources 100% renewable electricity for their production sites and offices, and features sustainability sourced seafood in their meals. This September, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door, ready in just 2 minutes. All you have to do is head over to factormeals.com/DIYS50 and use the code DIYS50 to get 50% off. That's right, you're getting 50% off your first order. That code is DIYS50 at factormeals.com/DIYS50 to get 50% off. Don't tell me I ain't never done nothing for you. All right? Get your shit together.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. There was a cool period in my life where the frozen TV dinners had me in a chokehold. Did y'all ever do them?
I did them. I absolutely did. In college? Hell yeah.
Which ones was y'all go to?
I did the gourmet. I went from the blue to the green. So I went for the super cheap one.
Blue, like the one with the penguin on it. I fucked with that one.
Oh, that's the kid. That's what I start.
Kid cuisine, yeah.
Fucking them,
Kid cuisine.
fucking them little nuggets up.
They had us like microwaving them brownies and shit.
That shit still be cold.
That shit was dangerous.
You gotta cook that shit separately.
For real though, there was always one thing that was like way too hot, like volcanically hot, and then the corn or something would be cold and wet.
Man.
But it was fire though.
That's when I switched to the green one. What's the green one? Gourmet.
I did Hungry Man too.
Hungry Man was solid.
I felt like that made me feel like better than Kid Cuisine because buying Kid Cuisine and then getting into a car and driving is fucking
Knowing that it's for you and nothing else.
It's fucking crazy.
That lets you know you got some things in your life you still need to work on. You're not there yet, baby.
Crazy.
You're not there yet. You still got some stuff to work out, baby. You still doing that.
Hungry Man had the banquet, something banquet. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
That's the red one.
That's the red one.
That's
Yeah,
the red
that one
one,
had
yeah.
the lasagna and all that. Or Stouffer's. Stouffer had really good ones. But my go-to was the Hungry Man that had like the fried chicken. It was just a big ass ball of chicken. It was like a breast or something.
A big ass ball
It was
of
just
chicken.
like a giant breaded chicken. And it slapped
hilarious.
every time. I remember the commercials made them look way better than they were.
Always. That ain't even the same food.
It looked like Popeyes in the commercial.
That is not even the same food they show on you. Hell no, boy. You crazy as hell.
Yeah, that shit was terrible.
Yeah, I know that shit had to be bad for you. It came in like all
Yeah, for
plastic film was touching it and shit. Sometimes it got into it.
Ugh. Hungry Man. Here you go right here. There's your Hungry Man. Shit right there.
Oh, damn. That's the one I was talking about, too. Ain't no way that's what it
That
looked like.
chicken look like a hash brown, bro.
That's crazy that's what it looked like. In my head, it still looked like the commercials.
Nah, here's another
Oh,
Hungry
yeah,
Man. The
that's the-
Salisbury. Oh, now the Salisbury steak.
They were.
It was a thing to be
that don't look
desired.
like nothing. But
It don't.
Prison
That's just
food,
pressed
man.
meat together.
Lean Cuisine.
That don't look good at all.
Oh,
At
I
all.
just clicked that Kid
Banquet?
Cuisine was a spin-off of Lean Cuisine.
Yeah, this is a banquet right there.
That's
Banquet,
terrible.
I for sure had Banquet. Smart Ones was never the move, though.
Nah.
Even back then.
Nah, not
That's
at all.
crazy. Damn.
Marie Callender's. That's what it was. That's the one I
Okay.
switched to.
They had some straight ones, too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
That's-
meatloaf and gravy.
Loaf
that shit
and
just
gravy.
Look like, that shit like an unseasoned big rib.
Whoever named Meatloaf, there's no way they could cook.
It was a loaf of meat.
That's horrible. Be creative.
I love meatloaf though.
Meatloaf is really, really,
That
really
shit's
good though.
smack.
I actually replaced ham with meatloaf for the holidays.
For holidays, okay, that's solid.
Like there's like a chef that like makes it with like this ketchup based sauce, and it's so much better. I haven't looked back. I eat meatloaf every Thanksgiving. And I still think it's kind of weird, but
Ain't meatloaf? Some people put oatmeal in meatloaf.
There's a
Whoa.
lot of I think that's the cool thing about
crazy.
meatloaf is you can get a lot of different there's a range of like
Oatmeal,
kinds
though?
of meatloaf.
All right, bro. I feel like I remember seeing somebody put oatmeal in meatloaf.
oats.
It's like you don't have enough meat, you need a filler. Put oats
Yeah,
in,
let me
but-
see.
Yeah, but I thought potato was like the #1 meat filler.
Yeah.
You're trying to be healthy, maybe.
Huh?
You're trying to be
For
healthy.
oatmeal?
Throw oats in there.
I don't
Okay,
know if that would
oatmeal and
taste
meatloaf.
good.
Classic meatloaf with oatmeal recipe. Yeah, I know I saw that.
That doesn't sound that
Yes.
good.
Hey, man, listen, I'm just saying, like, it's out there, man. It's a crazy world we live in, but you won't find that at Factor.
It's all part of the ad.
Brought it all the way back.
If y'all could have a robotic extra body part,
Oh, shit.
what y'all going with?
Extra, as in like extra arm, extra leg.
Has to be
Or-
extra, yeah. So not like Robo Dick. Like if you choose that,
It'd
it's
be
in
a second
competition.
one. You
It'd
have a
be
second
yeah.
one.
So no enhancement.
I mean, you got the Robo Dick. That's one in the pink, one in the stink.
That's what?
Yeah. That's true.
What?
One in the pink, one in the stink.
Oh, you mean if you added one?
If you added one.
I mean, unless it was tied to my nerves,
Bro,
there'd be no point in it.
And if you can't take it off, that could get very annoying quickly.
yeah, I can see that.
Where would it be?
But her group chat would be crazy talking about you.
Where would it be?
Maybe stack them or something.
You think it would go above the penis, or would you go on the side? Would you go
Well,
under the
Well, if it-
balls?
well,
if it's
trying to
robotic,
do
maybe it
It could
shrinks
move.
down.
Yeah, maybe it move. Yeah,
Yeah.
size
It
changing.
moves. That would feel like a strap on then. I'd feel like a.
In my head, that's what it looks like. That's why I don't know if it's gonna work.
All right.
It only looks
So-
weird because we don't have it.
Yeah.
I'm getting a robotic dick. I'm gonna make this a thing.
So dicks aside, and wait, no, arms don't count because arms got like hella shit on it. You got to be like one, like an extra toe, extra eye.
Oh yeah, give me
one
an extra
thing.
eye.
Extra eye?
Yeah, I need to see.
Behind you?
Behind
Yeah,
you?
for sure.
How would that work for just like regular looking though? Like if we were like looking at each other right here, but we were always
You could also see.
also that would be
behind you.
annoying, right?
Right. How would you get access to? Do you just like where does
So-
it fit in my range of sight, or does that give me a 360 view?
For the back of the head.
Because you're talking about how to integrate a digital like
Click that
video
motherfucker on like a
signal to
Bluetooth.
what your eyes are seeing, which aren't a digital video signal. So
Nah.
like either you replace your entire vision with it, or
Tap it on.
I don't know how you would.
I would rather that, like close my eyes and then that one starts working, like a backup camera, like in the car. It's not just always
I guess you don't
playing.
need it all the time. A lot of times you're sitting. So, you
Yeah.
know, like you're in an airplane, or on the airplane, you're in that seat, you don't need to sit. You're driving, you don't need to. Usually you got the headrest. I mean, I guess you could take the headrest off and see always, so you see if anybody's about to crash into you.
Feels like it'd be more
Right.
distracting than looking at the rearview mirror. Would be
Yeah.
seeing it all.
I've
Yeah,
been a lot of
always.
ass that I pass on the street with
That
that
It would
third
better,
eye.
yeah, you could look at a
Naked.
lot
Yeah.
without
So you be
having
walking,
to
you
look
have
at
to
it.
close your eyes real quick. You'd be baiting hella criminals because everybody would think you sleep. They'd be trying to like come and rob you or something.
For sure.
A big ass eye open on your back.
That's crazy as hell. Yeah, I don't want no parts of that.
Well, the thing that's actually, I guess, potentially going to be a thing in the future, people are using a 3D printed third thumb to exceed human capabilities. So it's not like how we said our dicks would be. It's not next here. It's over here, and people are playing guitar with it, cooking with it, doing all types of stuff, and they're controlling it with their big toe, which kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
So they're
but-
controlling the other thumb with their big toe.
Yeah, so obviously this is regular, and then they would move their big toe to like grab something like this with the thumb that's over here, and then they can do other things with their fingers.
There's like a lot of mental coordination, but
Yeah, I mean it's definitely not ideal with
Not
the
at
toe
all.
with the
Right.
toe the toe programming, but I could see why they did that because like how else? What else on your body would you use to like?
because it's got to send a signal to some muscle to move something
Right.
somewhere.
So unless it's like something on your face,
Yeah.
It couldn't be another finger because
other-
then you got two fingers doing the exact same thing.
yeah.
right?
So-
Oh yeah. So it's definitely weird, but I mean the only thing they can do is close and open. But I feel like technology that's pointed in that direction is kind of cool because now we're thinking of like cyborg parts. They might even do what I'm hoping for, which is like robo legs, make you faster and you can jump and
Well,
shit.
because like the extra thumb would make your grip strength stronger. Like you could hold on to something a lot better having another thumb on the other side of your hand.
Right.
So that's kind of the augmentation there.
Yeah, and when you think about how many things, just like your phone is like you're fully
Yeah, you
holding
wouldn't be
it with
dropping.
your-
You wouldn't be dropping it. the
Yeah,
way
but
most
you
people
don't
do.
really hold these. The rest is just there for backup. But a lot of things you just hold with your thumb. So if you have another thumb, you could pretty much do like a whole other
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
while your thumb is
That's the
Hold
one
it.
the pink one of us think would be crazy. Because that motherfucker is like,
It's almost at the right angle.
it's at the right angle. You ain't got to do much.
You don't even know you're doing it. You're just
You
like,
just wiggling
hey,
that toe. That's
stop
that
wiggling
motherfucker-
your toes. Oh, my bad.
You ever fuck a girl to your music?
Nah, hell no.
Is that weird? Would that be
Yeah.
narcissistic?
It's weird if
Like-
he puts it on.
Yeah?
If she put it on, it might be
Yeah.
different. Like, yeah, it'd be like, oh, that's kind
Yeah,
of nice.
she want to put it on.
She's like, what if I got a playlist and it's all your music? I'm like, bitch, all right, I get it. Bro.
That'd be kind of cool.
Who's that much of a fan?
I got to get out of there once.
That's when you're like, oh,
He a
shit.
fan now.
It's like, I also cut your name into my skin.
You ever had anybody do that to you, Pat?
What?
Y'all about to get fucked and she plays one of your songs.
Hell nah.
Really?
Nah, I don't even like it when girls like talk about like the shit that I like shoot and stuff. Like,
Really?
yeah,
Like,
it'd be
I saw
kind
you
of.
on this, or I saw you on that kind of.
It'd be weird, yeah, because I remember a long time ago, I went on a date and the whole time they were just talking about like their favorite episodes of this. The time I said this and stuff like that. I was like, oh, this is terrible. So I could only, I don't know.
Because what's Craig like in real life?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
like,
what
kinda
CP
weird.
like in real life.
That shit don't. Nah, I'm okay with that.
You go home, you see the family. Are they asking you those questions like, have you met this rapper? Have you met this rapper? What's they like?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is it cool like to, give them like the hope that anybody, no matter where you're from, can make it out, or does it get annoying at some point? Or
I think that's the best part about it.
Yeah.
It's not really annoying. I find myself repeating a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
the same shit, a lot of the same shit. But for the most part, it's just dope that somebody can see like, oh shit, that's my cousin. Or,
Yeah.
I saw you with this person, or I saw you with that person. So
you got that one
it's
cousin.
dope.
Like, hey man, you be fucking all the hoes out there, huh? It's one cousin don't care about nothing. All about
Nothing
yeah, I
else.
saw man. You got
Yeah,
the soul
no,
train
that's
on
cool.
board.
When you
Hey,
going on tour, nigga?
What the bitches be looking like in LA though, man? It be some
For
bad
sure.
ones out there.
Yeah. It's
all right, for
It's
sure. for
always
sure.
the older uncle too.
Yeah.
Damn, nigga, if I was still young, nigga.
Hey, I come on that road with your
For
nephew.
sure,
I come on
yeah.
that road with your nephew. We be throwing it back.
For sure.
We be throwing it back.
It's
We be
crazy.
throwing it back. We getting them, nephew. Oh shit! So the new album's coming out Sunday dinner. Do we have a release date?
September 22nd.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, very soon. Yeah, the album is simply about that. I grew up, my mom, my dad had like issues or whatever that forced me to like live with my grandma. She took over and took custody of me. She was a lot older, so she kind of couldn't keep up with me as much as she wanted to. But her rule was, nigga, you got to go to school and you got to go to church. That's like my only rule.
Ooh, that's a grandma.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a grandma.
And I think that was everybody's rule. Like her adult children, her grown children, they would come back, and I saw like different examples. I saw like my cousin first cousin who went to college. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that example was my cousin who was the drug dealer, but dress fly. It was all of these different people in the house. You know what I'm saying? And the conversations that were going on. And I'm just a bad kid in the project on his bike. Riding around with the card and the bike, just picking up on my antenna, just taking from all these people and just building, like I did with these artists. Same thing, just building who I wanted to become. So that's what the album about. Each person becomes a song or an experience, but it's not just inside of the house; it's outside. All of these people and different characters that I came across.
So this grandma, this is the one who had 15 kids, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
my
she was
mom's mom.
equipped.
No, for sure.
That's what's up.
For sure.
to
Everybody's
the
like, yo, she
grandmas,
did
man.
better with you than us. Like, you got more of her time and all of this stuff. Like,
That's what's up.
yeah, nah, the
Shout out to the grandma.
dopest
Grandmas be
person
holding it
ever.
down.
For sure, yeah.
Grandmas be holding it down with some good cooking. They gonna steal the right stuff in you.
I be wondering what new grandmas are gonna be like though.
Trash. These bitches
Just
can cook. Ain't none of these bitches. My daughter is doomed. She don't know how to cook a goddamn thing. She gonna be
be
a
all TikTok
trash
recipes.
grandma. My daughter gonna be a trash grandma. Cause she ain't want to learn. She ain't want to learn. When she get her own place, she gonna come back and you teach me how to cook. Nah, fuck that. Google it. You always got your phone in your hand. Google how to cook that goddamn meatloaf with that oatmeal in it.
Because all the women I know who are really good cooks learn from their mom or grandma.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like if that cuts off, it's just gonna be all like YouTube food.
Bro, we are going to lose. I'm predicting in 15 years we're going to lose baked macaroni and cheese. These young bitches
don't
don't
say that.
These young bitches don't know how to cook. They don't know how
I
to
think
cook.
that's one of those things that might stick around.
Yeah,
I feel like
certain
we're gonna see the
restaurants-
obscure shit fall off first.
We're going to see baked macaroni and cheese leave. We're going to see sweet potato pies leave.
Stew's
except
gonna
for patty
be outta
pies.
here.
They gonna be Stew's gonna be out of
Stew's
here.
outta here.
It's gonna be out of here.
For
Beans,
sure.
like I do my pinto beans
Fried
with the
chicken?
goddamn fried chicken is too easy.
Fried chicken's
It just ain't
easy,
gonna be
yeah.
good. It ain't gonna be cooked with no love. When they do it too fast, you just like you don't. If you just battering the chicken with just the flour and a little pepper and
Yeah.
shit, that shit ain't gonna hit. You ain't gotta
Right.
dip it in no egg, bitch. Who raised you to not dip your chicken in no egg, bitch?
Even if the black community stops with the fried chicken, we got Koreans, so I think fried chicken's in a good spot.
Ain't nothing
Fried chicken's-
like your grandma's chicken or your family's chicken though. Like that palate just it hit different.
Right.
It hit different, man. We're gonna lose a lot of shit in 10, 15
I can
years.
see
Watch.
yams being gone too, like yams going extinct.
I ain't
Yeah,
never really been
that
big
hurt.
on it. I ain't gonna hold you. Like on sweet potato pies, I fuck with it, but like just yams on the plate, should be running all over the place. Super sweet.
It do infect other stuff. I've never like been. My family never did it, or I've never been to a Thanksgiving that did like the marshmallow top. Is that a thing?
For sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is that what makes it candied?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I think there's other elements too.
Candied yams?
I don't really fuck with that at all.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, I haven't had since my grandmother passed a good ass rice pudding or a good ass bread pudding.
Bread pudding is.
My
That's
grandma
definitely
used
an
to-
older
Yeah.
recipe.
Rice
Yeah.
pudding used to slap.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Oh, you talking about a cheap meal, like a cheap dessert?
Yeah.
The rice.
Rice pudding, yeah, baby. Yeah. That's cheap. We get you some white rice. I don't know how my grandma did it.
I thought I had that at an Asian restaurant.
You might
Yeah,
have.
they do it there. Yeah.
Yeah,
They do rice
but my
pudding?
grandma used to cook it too. It was a day when she did that, child. Damn. It was good.
You
that was a
sounded like
good ass
grandma
time.
when you said that. That's how you know it was good. That was the day, child.
I started drinking coffee. I started drinking coffee with my grandmother and my grandfather. My grandfather was, salt of the earth man. Drink coffee out of Campbell's can. Like just kept a soup can and just did that for months on end.
With the sharp edges?
Yeah, that man didn't care.
Why'd he go out of his way to be tough like
Bro,
that?
I don't. My
Could've been like
granddaddy
a
would get
cop.
into it with anybody. He got into it with my grandma's pastors. He got into it with managers of stores,
More than
police
what?
officers. Yes.
The pastors?
Yes.
Crazy.
Like he fought him?
Nah, but like went up to the church with his gun, cursing the shit. Didn't go inside the church, but standing outside with the rifle. My granddad, he acted senile, but we knew it was an act. But it was like, nigga, you not crazy yet. Stop acting.
Oh, so there wasn't really a reason for it?
He was just a wild boy.
Pulling up
Charles
to the-
McCombs was
To
a
God's
wild
house
boy.
with the strap is pretty wild.
Right, yeah,
Hey,
that's
come
crazy.
outside, God.
He was wild.
Crazy.
He was wild, man.
Damn.
My granddaddy was out there, boy. He was not for the bullshit, man. I gotta get these last two off too
Yeah, for
fast.
sure.
Let me knock these out real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about Game Time. Nick has a new album coming out. That's going to
Yes.
be on September 22nd. Are you
Yes,
planning
yes.
on touring at all with this? Have you made it up?
Absolutely.
Oh shit!
For sure.
Oh shit! Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you plan on catching Nick on one of those dates, then you need to download the Game Time app right now. All right, now I've told you guys about Game Time. Game Time is one of the best ways, in my opinion, the best way to get all your tickets for any type of performance, theatrical appearances, sporting events, all of that. And they have amazing last-minute deals. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy all of those tickets because it shouldn't be a stressful situation. You shouldn't be stressing and going from site to site and all of that. They have the best price guarantee. You can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped about the fun you're going to have. I bought my Masego concert tickets for me, the kid, and friend. And I told you one of my favorite features about Gametime is not only does it let you pick the area that you want to sit, it gives you a number of options to choose from. You get to pick the area, but also when you click it, you get an actual view of what it's going to look like when you're sitting in that seat. So imagine you're in row 13, seat D. Right? When you click on that, you hold your phone up. It's like the augmented reality. You can turn your phone and you can actually see what it's going to look like from that position in that seat when you look right and left, which I've never seen on an app before. Okay? Ticketmaster could never. Could never. Shout out to Gametime for incorporating some dope technology in it. You get exclusive flash deals on football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. And as I said, you get the images of your seat before you buy, so you know what to expect when you arrive. You can buy tickets in a matter of seconds. 2 taps and you're set. Tickets are sent directly to your phone, so you'll never have to dig through your email. That's another thing, man. Some of these companies, you buy something, you got to search for the tickets when they don't have like an app, or you can't just put it in your wallet. It's just crazy. Why would you not have that? I ain't gonna call no names, but y'all know who you are. All right? So, download the Gametime app, create an account, and use our code DIYS to get $20 off your first purchase. You heard right. Get $20 off your first purchase. Look out for those Nick Grant concert dates that are coming. Terms apply again. Create an account and redeem your code, our code DIYS for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. And you know what? Shit, since we still got the camera on us, let's talk about sex.
Nice.
Huh? Who doesn't like it?
I like
Who
it.
don't like smashing? Show me somebody that don't like the nasty horizontal hokey pokey.
Nice.
I like it. And I like to do it to the best of my abilities. Before we unmuted the mics in here, we were talking about Blue Chew yesterday. Okay, well, we was talking about today, but in terms of yesterday. Blue Chew is, for me, my penis with the Superman cape on. Okay? Now, when I first signed up for Blue Chew, I did not need it. Pat did not need it. Neither one of us needed it, but it's like, if I can get the most out of my penis and the play, why would I not try that? And so I tried it. And that was over 2 years ago, guys. I'm still signed up. I'm paying this out of my pocket. I don't have no discount code. I'm just paying raw money. You understand me? And I'm still rocking with it. I still believe it. I get my shipment every month. They let me know a couple days before the shipment comes out. It's, hey, we're preparing your order. Then they let me know when it's shipped, and then it comes right to my door. I absolutely love Blue Chew. It is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in a chewable tablet and at a fraction of the cost. And you can take them anytime, day or night. I was telling them a story about it. You can take mine. Right, if I know I'm going out, me and friend going out, I'm gonna take it before we go out. So when we get back in, I'm about to get in. You know what I'm saying? Be ready day and night, anytime the opportunity arises. In the process, it's super simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part is, all of this is done online. No awkward doctor offices, no awkward doctor visits, no awkward going to the pharmacy, waiting in line, somebody looking over your card. What'd you get? Get out from me. It comes to your door, all right? Very discreet package. Nobody know what you got going. And even if they do know, so what? You finna do some good smashing, okay? This is some quality smashing going on with this Blue Chew, all right? So if you guys are ready to take your sex to the next level or just see what could be, go ahead and sign up. Go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code DIYS, and you're going to get your shipment for just $5. And that shipment is actually free. You're just paying for the shipping and handling. All right, you're going to get the first one for the free ski-lee-ski. All right, you just pay $5 for shipping and handling. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this ad and this podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. All right, so
Nice.
to take us out, I want to ask y'all what y'all favorite, like, guilty pleasure fast food is. Like, any fast foods out there that
7-Eleven hot dogs.
Is that considered fast food? I mean, it is fast food, but, like, it's a mart.
That would be fast food.
Mart is fast food?
I mean, it's food that takes little time to prepare, I guess, or is previously frozen. I'm not sure how you exactly.
It do be showing up on fast food lists.
Shows up on
7-Eleven.
Postmates, too.
Have you ever Postmated a hot dog?
Yeah, no.
Because the whole point is it's fast.
No. All right, I'll be real with you. I've ordered food, on Postmates, and like
As for stock.
order within the next 5 minutes, you can get this from 7-Eleven. So like for a drink or something like that. And I'm definitely going. It was like, let's get this hot dog. Okay, no.
And that's a deal Postmates gives?
Yeah, so like if you order something from like
Yeah.
a Walgreens or even another food place, then they have to pass a 7-Eleven on your way.
You can get
it's
a
like
deal.
you can order from 7-Eleven within the next 5 minutes, and they add this to your stop.
And you might get like a discount on what you get there.
I've never
occasionally.
seen that.
Yeah.
On the way type?
I see you
Yeah.
ain't even a real foodie, my nigga.
That's
So
crazy.
you ordered food and then got more food because he was passing by a place with food.
You know what, Cam? When you said with that,
Oh,
tone-
wait. So it wasn't like a Walgreens. What was the first place?
Allow guys.
He said like a Walgreens, like it was like he went shopping like at Target. You went to you ordered food and had them pick up food on the way?
I knew
Maybe
I
he
wasn't
can
gonna finish
stop
the
by here
halal
with-
guys, right? I knew I wasn't gonna finish that, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna have this for lunch, and then I'm gonna save the rest for dinner. Now I got the hot dog. I can eat the hot dog, and now I only need 2 scoops of halal guys. Now I got more for dinner. I was planning.
But you already had the rest of the day planned out for food if the halal guys was 2 meals. So you just added
That's crazy.
a
You
meal.
in my business like that. That's crazy.
That's
Cost you nothing to mind your
I didn't know
business.
that was
Like if only
That's
they could have swung by and
crazy.
dropped the hot dog off first and then gone and picked up my meal.
They probably just had to throw the hot dog into the car on the way. As they slowed down and just threw a hot dog
Oh,
in.
they do it on DoorDash too. It's called Double Your Dash on DoorDash. How about that? Thank you, Tiff.
That's
You know what I mean?
wild. I haven't used DoorDash in a minute, but that's hilarious.
Hey man, just
It's a double pass.
mind your business, man.
You also
What?
could just order more food from the first place.
That's what I mean. It's very funny.
You niggas don't like variety? Y'all don't like variety? Man, fuck y'all. I ain't finna sit up and explain
I
myself
mean,
to y'all.
Kev's a little worse. He'll time it so everything comes to your place at the
Yes,
same time.
I'll do that
that's-
too.
That takes some skill.
Yeah.
But timing out different restaurants.
So
making
he
stuff at
orders the
same time.
drink like closer to the
Fattest shit I've ever done was order a pizza from Pizza Hut. And then I went on Postmates and ordered just the ranch. Right?
Oh shit.
But you have to spend a certain amount. So
Yeah.
I had to buy 2 tubs of the ranch.
Tubs?
Yeah, because you know they got the small little cups, but you can get like a big cup of ranch.
Oh, I didn't know you could pay because I paid $1.29 and I got a tiny little dip cup. From
Yeah,
them.
now
I'm
you
like,
can get
this
the big
is-
cup.
Somebody
for that
ordered.
bitch.
Somebody delivered just ranch to your
Hey
house.
man, why you be saying shit like
Was
that,
it a
bro?
different Pizza Hut?
Well, Postmates got the Wingstop
Okay.
ranch, and then Pizza Hut was
Oh,
the
okay,
delivery
so
guy.
you got ranch from another
Yeah,
place.
that's
They're
how
probably
that shit
Gotcha.
come at the
driving
same-
next to each other.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
pulled up,
race
they're
bitches.
like-
Whoever wins gets the biggest tip.
The ranch guy probably saw the pizza guy and was like, "Oh,
Oh,
okay."
Tahir? You know what I mean? I'm actually going up today. You want me to take it? I can just
This
take
made
home.
no sense the whole drive over. What's your guilty pleasure fast food?
McDonald's French fries.
Okay.
You gotta ask for them fresh though.
They've changed it since they took the beef out of the grease.
since they took the what?
They used to use beef stock in their grease, I believe.
Oh, because
and
vegans.
the fries used to taste different. And now that they
sounds
stopped
good.
doing that, it tastes different.
Do you know they put sugar in the salt?
You say what?
Oh wow.
They put sugar in the salt for the fries
No,
Why?
did not
to
know
make
that.
it taste better.
To make it taste better? I mean,
well,
that,
yeah, it makes you want more.
you know, you definitely know it's something different because no other fries taste like that.
Yeah.
But I always thought it was part of the fry process because of how like crystallized they look afterwards. But I guess that's the sugar.
Oh yeah, that's
Must be
just
that
that's
down,
just yeah.
That's
They those
insane.
ain't that ain't real food.
Yeah, I don't want no more now.
Were any of y'all on the Taco Bell train?
Oh yeah, I fuck with Taco Bell. Not as much as I used to, but I definitely used to fuck with Taco Bell. I can eat Taco Bell
love
anytime.
Taco Bell.
Me
I
too.
ain't never really fucked with Taco Bell.
Really?
Never really.
Nah, never.
Hey, you South Carolina niggas is different, bro. I saw the guy and niggas get money, and so it's switching up, nigga. Did y'all have Taco Bell in Waltersboro?
Yeah, for sure.
And you still wasn't fucking with it like that?
I wasn't fucking with it like
That's
that.
where
We
you
had-
don't
we had,
want to
like-
get Taco Bell.
Yeah, you
Right.
don't wanna get
That's
it.
the only place you can get it though. The motherfuckers, you have a lot of Mexican
like a-
options. In
No, we ain't have
See,
it.
nigga,
Yeah, that was the only one.
That's
that is
why
premier
you should
Mexican
not.
cuisine
Nigga,
in Waltersboro.
we got Checkers up the street too. We gonna go to Checkers.
Hey,
I never
yeah,
thought
them
about
Some
fries,
other
that.
shit. The fries, be
fries
fire.
is unmatched when it
Because
comes
everyone
to
knows LA has great authentic taco spots, but even our non-authentic taco spots might be better just because we're in
Closer
LA.
or
Yeah,
have people
right.
who are
Bro,
making
before
it.
I
Makes
moved to
sense.
LA, I thought Taco Bell was premium Mexican food.
Was like
It gets voted top of the U.S. like every year.
yeah, because we didn't
healthiest,
have a
too.
lot. I didn't learn about Chipotle and Qdoba until like 2 years before I moved to LA. I was not even hip. I was Taco Bell.
when did Chipotle come out?
Shit, they've been out at least since
like-
2002, 2003. I feel like.
Yeah, but it
Damn,
didn't get to
really?
like
Yeah, that's a
where I
while.
lived in Syracuse. Did not get there until I was probably freshman in college, maybe.
Yeah.
So like,
What
it
year was that?
new. 2013, 2014.
Damn, that's a long time. You said Chipotle wasn't there till 2013?
Yeah, like when stuff came to our city, we knew about it. Like when the first Target opened close by, we're like, oh, Target's here now. Or Popeyes, or Chick-fil-A was a huge one because that wasn't like
Chick-fil-A
in
was big out
Syracuse,
here too. Yeah,
But like there was like a grand opening
I
thing. It
remember
was
that.
on the news. It was
July
remember when
13th,
Chick-fil-A dropped out here.
1993, first Chipotle opened in Denver, Colorado.
in when 93?
93, bro.
But think about it. It's a small chain. It probably
a while.
stayed in Denver for the first few years until they could franchise it. And someone bought it. And
That's what I
scaled
feel
it
about
up.
Wingstop, because I didn't know about Wingstop until college either.
I was gonna say I thought I knew.
Nah,
when
damn,
Starbucks
Wingstop
dropped.
opened in 94 in Garland, Texas.
Oh, people be really like hankering down and
Yeah.
letting that shit evolve because you would think that like a wing company would die in that amount of time.
It takes time for another company to then be like, okay, they're popular. I'm gonna buy you and open up 50 more stores in different areas.
It's not a lot of
Right,
money
right.
in food business. You have to get the money from franchising and opening multiple restaurants. The margin for profit in the food industry is small as fuck.
Right.
Which is why a lot of restaurants like Fridays and TGI, I mean
are going away.
Chili's and all that, they make their money off of alcohol. And a lot of like small
Interesting.
restaurants, they make their money off of alcohol because the food is cheap for the most part.
Yeah.
Unless it's a steakhouse, you ain't making a lot of money off of that shit.
That makes sense. That seems like a lot of stress to tie yourself to one location and the foot traffic of that as opposed.
Well, and that's
to
why
just-
there's so many Subways everywhere. It's because Subway doesn't require you to have, I think, an oven or something like that to open up a Subway. All you need is a fridge.
Oh shit.
You don't need like a gas line to hook up an entire kitchen. You don't need a kitchen for a Subway. It's just prepping a
It's just like
sandwich.
office
so that's why
space?
there's so many Subways everywhere because they cost.
How they
so
heat up the
little.
bread? The bread.
I mean, you get like a
You
toaster.
got a toaster oven.
Plug it in.
But
All
that's
you need
still-
is an
that's,
outlet.
that's new, fairly new. That toaster oven shit, that happened within the last 10 years. Subway was doing cold subs. The only thing
Yeah.
hot was the
Oh, that's right.
was the
Meatball?
meatball
Yeah.
sub. That was the only thing hot. They weren't even doing breakfast at first. They would literally just subs.
I wish Subway would get it together. I used to love Subway.
Yeah,
I
that's
used to
the
have a
that's the
go-to.
gift and the curse of the internet though. You learning about how that fucking meat
How
comes
nasty it
Yeah.
is.
in
Or
a
what's in it,
rubber
what's in it,
case.
yeah.
That shit is. The internet was the worst thing that happened to the Subway.
But like the best thing, because they were doing worse things when no one knew what they were doing. Because imagine how much they didn't have to cover up because no one was looking at them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It was the
Yeah.
worst thing. It was good for
Worst
us,
best
but it was
Yeah.
the worst to happen. Even with Jared, the internet was the worst thing that happened to him too.
They got a hold of them DMs like, hey nigga, what the fuck is this?
Weird.
You was walking her to kids' bedrooms, you fucking freak.
Freaking weird. Super weird. But in Taco Bell, y'all remember Baja Blast?
Fuck yeah.
It's still a thing though, right?
Baja Blast is still a thing. Now it's gelato.
Wait.
Say what now?
They
See,
just
that's why I don't
dropped.
fuck with them.
They just
Flavor?
dropped.
Oh, a gelato
crazy.
flavor? Nah,
Baja
that ain't no
Blast.
reason not to fuck with them,
Yeah,
man.
What they doing, man?
what? That's extra.
I
So, yeah.
thought that Taco Bell, the CEO of Taco Bell, had caught the CEO of Pepsi Cola in some type of scandal for them to have exclusivity rights to Baja Blast
There was a thing
for
for that.
14 years.
Oh, Taco Bell's the only one who has
At
that.
Yeah,
first,
you
you,
can't-
couldn't get that shit nowhere. They weren't even selling it in the stores. You couldn't get it at 7-Eleven, supermarkets, none of this shit. You can get
I
it
do
now.
remember those
It
commercials.
was just at Taco Bell. I was
Exclusive
like, this
drinks
nigga
is
had
hilarious.
to catch him fucking a rhinoceros. Like a
I'm
rare
surprised more
albino.
places don't do that. That's a good idea. Like if McDonald's was the only one that had like
Making
of
a
certain types
proprietary
of
drink? Yeah.
yeah, that makes like a lot of sense.
It
Probably
does.
post the Baja Blast issue with Taco Bell and Pepsi and whoever owned Mountain Dew, they probably stopped or put a.
What
I
was
think
the
Pepsi
issue?
owns
They own
owns
them now.
Taco
I
Bell
think
or
they
something
may,
like that,
yeah.
or they got
A lot of them are now owned by larger.
because
corporations.
that's how they got the connection with the Doritos Locos taco too. Because Doritos was owned by a Pepsi company too.
Oh, yeah, they got a lot. They're the only ones that's like rocking exclusive shit.
Hey man,
Right.
and this nigga don't even fuck with them,
They're like
bro.
the supreme of
Come
food.
on,
See
man.
that gelato they over there
Hey,
experimenting.
that shit is. I bet it's fire.
I never liked Baja
bet
Blast.
it's fire. You didn't like Baja Blast?
I remember when it first dropped and it was hyped up, and I went to Taco Bell. I think I was in high school, and it was not that good.
I would drink Baja Blast out of a fat bitch's belly button.
Oh my god, like a little shot of it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Oh,
No
body
straw
shots
either.
are
I just
so
stick
nasty.
my tongue in like a dog, like that. That
Body
bitch could have
shots
just
are
left the
gross.
gym. I'm like, yes, give me
I've
that
seen
shit.
Somebody do that.
Yeah, body shot,
Yeah.
baby.
Drinking out of a belly button is the grossest thing to think about.
Nah, fuck that.
Well, you
Fuck
used to do
that.
it.
Huh?
You used to do it.
Oh yeah, you talking about my mom?
Yeah.
When I was in the
Yeah, because out of
thing.
context, a nigga that just came in on that point was
Out
like,
of
yo,
context, that's pretty.
drink it out of your mom's belly button?
In
Kind
the
of freaky
womb,
shit.
in the womb. I haven't seen my mom's belly button since.
We've done way nastier stuff that sucks up out of somebody's belly button. We've eaten ass, so
Belly button might be nastier though.
yeah. I don't know. I've ate ass before and been surprised by it.
Would you drink Baja Blast out of an ass?
Pour it right down the crack and I'll be at the bottom of it.
And put a
Tongue
straw
out.
in it and an umbrella.
That's a good time right there. That's
Tiki
a
punch.
good time.
That's tiki punch.
75% of the shit I do just be for the story. Like,
It's like I hate this, but it's a story.
it's a good ass story. This might go good on stage. You never know, man. I just see that shit through. I be agonizing, but I be like, fuck it. Somebody gonna giggle at this shit, even if it's just me. I
man.
fuck with it though. All right, Nick, tell us more about the album. We spent the last couple of minutes talking about this and make sure people are abreast on everything. First of all your content streaming on all the normal streaming platforms, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sunday Dinner, man, it's just an album. It's my most personal album. When we talked about, just not wanting to be vulnerable, I think this was like, I couldn't tell this story when I dropped my first album at 27, 28 years old. I think I had to, become more of a man to be like, all right, I think it's time. And I had to have some conversations with different people in my family to be able to put, just that story out there as well while telling mine. I had to respect their position too. So. It might not be some things that they don't want the world to know. So, that's what this album is about. Just being vulnerable. Just
Personal.
Very, very personal.
Come on, be like, what's up? It's Nick Grant. I just got tested. STD panel came back all negative.
Crazy.
What's going on? I've only had gonorrhea once. What's up? Fuck with your boy. If you ain't had it once, you ain't fucking enough, bro. What
Man.
y'all talking about?
I ain't fucking enough.
Somebody in South Carolina was fucking enough with 15
with the
siblings.
15, yeah.
15 siblings. Somebody fucking enough for everybody.
Oh man.
But that's great, man. I love that, and I think this is great when artists do this. I feel like the personal albums really hit with people different, and the vulnerability is the thing that, as men, we all kind of suffer with, and I'm getting better
For
with
sure.
it. Even like with something as simple as asking for help, I had to create the space to allow people to even help me because I was so in fight or flight mode and survival mode. I was just used to like, oh, I'll get it done. I'll take care of it. I'll do it instead of asking for help.
Right.
And my wife wanted it. I was just like, you don't create the space for people. She's like, you barely create the space for people to love you. You have to create the space. So like making a vulnerable album is beneficial not just for the fans to understand and connect with you, but also for yourself to be able to grow and get to that next level of mature. I mean,
Absolutely. I think I put my all into this, like literal tears into this, like just having conversations with different people and like we like crying and bitch ass nigga, you in there crying. Nigga. Get in the booth. But just a lot of moments like that.
That's dope.
A lot of moments like that. We like black, we like super black family, but we emotional.
We can't never get it too much. Like,
You know what
all
I'm
right, I love
saying?
your bitch ass suit.
Yeah.
It can't never just be I love you. It always got to be a little jab at the end. They be like, oh, I see you. Oh, you got a nice fit on, my boy. Look ugly. You still ugly as fuck, though. Your fit fire, but you ugly. Like, why are we doing this?
Nah,
This
for
is grandma's
sure.
funeral. Why are we doing this here?
Nah, for sure. It's 100% that. So like, yeah, it's all of that. It's the laughter, it's the pain, it's, all of the ups and downs of my life, just different things that I went through. Yeah, I'm super proud of it, man. I'm like super excited to see what people think, because you know, a lot of my fans, they see the freestyles, they hear me on records with different people, but it's like, yo, he's nice, but we don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I remember sitting one time with Nas one time.
Flex.
Big
Yeah,
flex.
big one.
I was chilling
So
with
I remember
Nas. You know
sitting
what I'm
back
saying?
like, yeah, you dope, but what else?
Yeah.
And I think this is my what else. So
Nice.
I'm excited about this.
Anybody you haven't worked with that you want to work with, in maybe in the near future, or like how Cole did the compilation album and they pulled a lot of people in. Anybody that you haven't had a chance to, or anybody we should look out for that you could give us a little inkling into?
I'm working on one.
Uh-huh.
One of them. I'm working on Kendrick.
Nice.
So I'm working on that
Hell
one.
yeah.
I wanted to make it happen for this album.
I mean, if you were just randomly sitting with Nas, I think it's possible.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Nas.
No, I got him. He's a big one.
Uh-huh.
I know he reached out. He said some dope stuff about me.
Hell yeah.
Jay-Z.
Woo.
Jay-Z's at like the top of my list. He's
Nigga.
at the top of everybody's
You get
list.
the J verse, nigga.
But one of them that I was really close to was Andre 3000.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I was like so close,
What?
bro. I was
nigga,
so close.
I would have found a way.
No one
Nigga,
gets
I,
close.
I tried so hard.
He would have had to get a restraining order on me. Once I know he's interested, restraining orders next if we don't make it happen.
Nigga, so look, he calls like my manager one day, and then he's like, yo, pull up to the studio. I pull up. He's like, man, if we did a song together, you will make me rap better. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to get
That's
first,
the
nigga.
fucking
That's
biggest
wild.
compliment.
And I'm looking around, and my homeboy's with me. He's like tapping me like this. Did you just hear that? But I'm like in shock, because I'm like, yo, this is, nigga, what?
Yeah.
Fucking ATLians,
Nigga.
Southern Playalistic, and all of this shit. So I'm looking. He's like, yeah, let me know when you in, Dallas. I'm gonna come to a show. This motherfucker ain't coming to no show, nigga. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
So we get to Dallas one day. He got a real distinct voice. He's coming down the hall, but a black dude, like real Southern, real nigga. You know what I mean? Coming down the hall. I'm like, yo, he really came. He kept his word, And at this time, I didn't have like the ills of the business just hitting me. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody keeping their word at that point, it's like, y'all niggas said the business went a different way. So
Yeah.
for one of my heroes to actually keep their word and come to the show, they go to tears again.
Yeah.
You in here crying, nigga. Look at this lady, man.
Damn.
So he goes out into the crowd. Like, nigga, ain't nothing but 10 niggas here. Yo, let's take a pic. Let people know I'm here. By the time we took the pic and went out there, bro, it was like 100 people. Just in the crowd. My worst show ever, though, because he's like rapping my lyrics. Everybody in the crowd's looking at him. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. I'm like, yo, I'm throwed off, bro. But it was like
Yo, that's so
That's
dope.
one of the dopest
That's
shits
a
ever.
dope ass story, bro.
Yeah, nah, he's super dope. Real dude, real genuine person, man. I got a lot
That's
of love for
fucking
Andre
dope,
3000.
man.
That's lit. That's a really good story.
Hell yeah. All right, listen. Sunday Dinner is out September 22nd, all streaming platforms.
Yes.
Tour after that. Make sure you check him out. Hit him up on Instagram.
Nick Grant Music.
There
Everything.
it is. Everything. Hit him up on all the socials and make sure you check it out. Stream his shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Stream these albums.
Run it
Listen
up.
to it. Run it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start something for the older artists, too, like MJG, 8Ball, Tila, all of them. We going to run they shit up, man. Make sure our legends and our people that added to this amazing genre of music are appreciated. And that's something so simple that we can do. So let's get back to our people for making dope and amazing music. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
This is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary. We'll see you next week, guys.
Later, y'all.
Peace.
Yes.